that they have 10 100-round choppers, talking about weapons, talking about messing with them, you're going to die. They have I actually enjoy.
YouTube, it's Rashad Crenshaw back again with another video. Now, Gunna has recently been denied bond. Now, this is not a good look for Gunna or Young Thug, considering the fact that if Gunna can't get bond, you can only imagine what's going to happen with Young Thug. Now, me personally, unlike some people who've made videos about this, I'm not in any sort of celebratory fashion about this. I'm not celebrating this. This isn't funny to me. This isn't cool to me. I'm not glad that Young Thug and Gunna are struggling to get bond. It's not funny to me, unlike some folks. Me, in my mind, I'm looking at the situation from a much more objective standpoint, right? If you look at the charges that Gunna is being faced with, he's basically being faced with accelerating and furthering the influence of the gang. You look at the pictures of Gunna with the slime thing going on with the finger. He's got slime, I believe, tatted on his finger, or YSL tatted on his finger, and he's got it across his nose like this, which is a symbol of YSL membership. The prosecution is basically saying, because you, through your music and through your actions, have furthered the presence and strength and influence of the gang, you're gonna go down with the entire gang. Now, me personally, how do I feel about that? I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair for Gunna to be charged with the same level of, to be treated the same way as someone who's being hit with murder. Someone who actually committed the murder should not be getting the same sentence as the guy who threw up a few gang signs in music videos and said YSL and slat and all this other shit in music videos. I'm just saying, Gunna shouldn't be facing the same level of consequences as that guy. That's just my personal opinion. Now, what do I think about the grand situation at large? I believe Gunna should be allowed to go home on bond. Now, why do I believe that? I believe Gunna should be able to go home on bond because Gunna has not been accused of anything major yet. Gunna has not been hit with any major charges of violence. He's not been hit with any major charges of attempted violence. The majority of these charges, unfortunately, fall on Young Thug. So, with that being said, if you look at Gunna's the accusations against Gunna, their issue with him is traffic stops that he was caught up in with Young Thug, of being caught with a crap ton of guns and drugs and cash and the whole 9 yards. These are some of the main issues they have with Gunna. Tinted windows, throwing up gang signs in music videos, things of that nature. When you look at the entire situation as a whole for Gunna, specifically Gunna, not talking about everyone else, I'm talking about Gunna. I just don't see this monster. I don't see this guy who needs to be locked away for the rest of his life. Now, should things come to light that Gunna was very much involved in these crimes, then he has to do his time. He would have to do his time. I'm not going to defend that. I'm not going to push against that. I'm not going to go against that. If he committed the crimes, he in fact does have to do the time. But from what we're seeing right now, considering the fact that the indictment is free for everyone to see, I don't see that level of criminality coming from Gunna. So Gunna, interestingly enough, said this to the police. He said, hey, you let me out on over $700,000 bond. You let me out on over $700,000 bond, I'll come out and you can record my phone calls. Now, what's funny about that is they've already been recording your phone calls. That's why you're in there. That's why you and 28 other dudes from YSL, Yak Gotti, all of y'all are being hit with indictments right now because they've already been listening to you from the beginning. From day one, they've been listening to you. Nothing is going to change. But it's an interesting thing that he said that. Why is it interesting that Gunna said that? Gunna said that because Gunna knows deep down he's not really tied into the foolishness that Young Thug and the rest of these guys are being charged with. That's the only reason why he's comfortable saying, hey, you can tap my phone all day long. Gunna's trial date is set to 2023, the beginning of 2023. That's a lot of time for somebody to slip up. If Gunna is that confident in being let out on bond and being given basically his freedom back, he's probably going to be on home arrest, but given some semblance of freedom back, given his phone back, he's confident that with his phone, he won't get into any more trouble. I think that speaks volumes about Gunna. I think that speaks a lot of volumes. That speaks big volumes about Gunna. The fact that he believes, hey, Judge, if you let me go home and await my trial, I promise you, you guys can monitor my phone. Nothing will come up. I kind of believe him. Look at what he's being charged with. Look at what they're pushing against this man, Gunna. I can't sit here and say that Gunna has done anything wrong. What? They came and raided, stemming from his arrest Monday and the subsequent search of his Buckhead home. In addition to his indicted charges of participating in criminal street gang activity and conspiring to violate the RICO Act, the 30-year-old now faces drug and weapons possession charges, as well as 3 new gang-related charges. He's being charged with the furtherance of the influence of YSL, which, honestly, if we're being honest, really truthfully honest, Gunna didn't do anything. Gunna didn't do anything so far. As far as we know, Gunna's done nothing. He should be able to go home on bond. Unfortunately, they won't give him bond because Gunna is a trophy to them. Young Thug, chief among the trophies. Gunna is one of the trophies, with Young Thug being the tippity top of all the trophies they managed to acquire with this YSL indictment. This is huge for them. They're not going to let Young Thug or Gunna magically grow 4 legs and walk off. It's just not going to happen. They don't want Gunna or Young Thug getting bond. They don't want any sort of situation to happen where Young Thug or Gunna get killed or run away, because this is a huge indictment for these people's careers. And I understand why they want to get these guys off the streets. Crime is crime, and you got to do your time when you've done the crime. However, I do believe Gunna should be allowed to go home on bond. I don't see this issue here. Their main thing against Thug and Gunna is you're a flight risk. You're a flight risk. You're a flight risk. I'm sorry, but I just don't see that. It's already damn near over for them. Really over for Thug. I don't think Thug is going to worsen his sentence by going to flee somewhere. I just don't see that being a reality. And yet here is the reality that we see. They won't give Gunna bond. Now he's about to wait 7-8 months until he can go to trial. That's 7-8 months he's never getting back. Do you know how long that is? Like, a lot of people think jail is fucking a breeze. Even a fucking month fucks some people up. Even a day. You're an animal. You're in a cage. You're wearing what they want you to wear, eating what they want you to eat, sleeping when they tell you to sleep, sharing a cell with somebody you don't even want to be there. You don't even know this motherfucker. And you in there with him. Imagine 8 months of that. Now imagine what Young Thug and Gunna are probably going to get when it's all said and done. Man, if I was Gunna, I would be sacrificing animals, fucking spitting in the air, moonwalking on grass, all type of shit, bouncing off the walls, whatever ritual I had to do to get bond, nigga. I'm doing it. He wants bond. If jail was that cool as these guys try to make it seem like in these fucking rap songs, they wouldn't want bond. There's nothing cool about what they're experiencing right now. They're experiencing lean withdrawals. They're experiencing just absolute amounts of discomfort. These guys went from homes in Buckhead homes, to a cell in the Cobb County jail. That's where Thug is. They moved him from Fulton to Cobb because they didn't want him getting stabbed up by YFN. Gunna still in Fulton. These dudes are in jail. They're not in their $1 million mansions. They're in jail. One of the worst things that you could possibly one of the worst environment situations you could possibly end up in after becoming a millionaire rapper is jail. And that's where the two of those guys are right now. If I was Thug or Gunna, I would be doing all type of shit to get out of jail. I'm for real. I would be doing anything. I'm talking, bro. If the inmates asked me to, hey, bro, sing that song, bro, I'm singing the shit out of that song. The guard asked me to sing that song, I'm singing it. He asked me to sign this, sign that, autograph this, autograph that, text my daughter, say what's up. Nigga, I'm doing it. Get out of jail? Nigga, man, bruh. Gunna's willing to post over $700,000 in bond to get out. You know how much money that is? You think he feels good dropping 700 bands to get? You think he feels good doing that? You feel like he feels like do you feel like he's excited to give these people all that money? They just took his freedom from him. He turned himself in, but they were gonna come get him anyways. They took his freedom from him. Now he's saying, look, I'll give you I'll give you a blessing. I'll give you $700,000 of my money, over $700,000 of my money. You give me my freedom back. They won't do it. They won't give him his freedom. They won't give him they won't even give him, really, all he's going to get from bond is house arrest. They won't even give him that. They won't even give him house arrest. My only issue with the RICO is this. If Gunna is not on the same level of criminality as the rest of these guys, then he shouldn't be doing the same level of time as the rest of these guys. Hopefully this RICO situation does not end in Gunna and other members of YSL who clearly are not flushed out gang career criminals. I hope that these guys don't end up serving out the same amount of time as the real life murderers and conspirators involved in this RICO case. I think that the biggest thing right now that I think that one of the most acceptable things that the community can do for Gunna and Thug is advocate for them to be able to get bond. That's it though. If these guys are genuinely guilty of what they're saying these guys are guilty of, then they got to serve the time. But I feel for these guys, I feel like, all these other dudes in Fulton County get fucking bond. One of the biggest issues in Fulton right now is we're baby soft as shit. Every time you turn around, it's a criminal getting out of fucking Fulton County jail on bond. It's one of the main reasons why Buckhead doesn't want to be a part of this shit anymore, because every time they turn around, some buffoon from Fulton County jail is killing somebody or robbing somebody when they should have been in jail on a crime they committed 3 months ago. They're out on bond, back in the street committing crime. So it's funny how these guys can't get bond, but some of the worst criminals in Atlanta seem to rotate out this motherfucker like nobody's business. So hopefully Gunna can get bond, and hopefully he's not as involved as these people are saying he is, and hopefully they charge him and sentence him accordingly with his actions and not the actions of others.